Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the starter on a Foxbody Mustang with a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. The issue I've been having is I'm having a single click, but the car doesn't want to start, as you can see in the video before. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check your battery cables, make sure the connection's all good here, make sure that they're tight, there's no corrosion in the positive or anything like that. If all that is good, the next thing you're going to want to check is you're going to check your starter solenoid right here. And how you check that is you can turn the key to the on position without starting the car. You can put a screwdriver and touch it from this here to this here, and the starter should crank for a little bit, or if you hold it there long enough, it should actually start the car. If you try this and nothing happens, there's a good chance that the starter is bad. I thought this was the problem. I tried, the car still wouldn't start after trying to bypass the solenoid here, so I knew the solenoid was still good, so it's actually the starter itself. It's causing the vehicle not to start. I've been having this issue for a while intermittently where it would not want to start, and then I would try it again, it would start right up. This time the car absolutely will not start no matter how many times I try. I finally was able to pound down the starter. I did get the car to start by banging on the starter a few times and then starting it, but now it won't start again, so I'm going to be showing you how to replace the starter. First thing you're always going to do is you're always going to disconnect the battery first. So I loosened up the terminals here. Just going to pull both those off. You always want to disconnect the battery if you're changing a starter or an alternator or anything like that. So get both those disconnected and get those pulled off of here. And then once you've done that, we can actually get to changing the starter itself. The starter on these cars is located on the passenger side, and it is right down in here, kind of underneath that exhaust. It's real hard to see from the top here. I will be doing the work from the bottom. So I get down there on the bottom and I'm gonna get started. Okay, so now I'm underneath the car here. I've confirmed the issue is actually the starter. So since I've gone through the whole diagnosis and confirmed this is the starter, showing you how to replace it. The battery is obviously disconnected now. So down here, it's really hard to see down here. It is kind of tight. I'm gonna try to show you the best I can on the camera. But you've got your oil pan here with the drain plug, and then right next to it, you've got the starter that runs through here. As well as it looks like a couple of brake lines here. So up here on the very top of the starter, you can see up here, I know it's really hard for me to catch this on the camera. I'm gonna try to show you the best I can. There is a little tiny electrical connector. You're gonna want to slide that off. That will just slide right off. And then there's a plastic cover you're gonna want to pull off as well. Really hard for me to show this. Okay, so just for a little bit of better reference here, this here's actually the new starter, but just to show you, there will be a connector, just kind of hard to see underneath the car. There will be a connector that comes off of here. Then you've got this red piece right here. That'll be on top of here. You'll want to pull it off. And then you'll have a bolt nut here you'll have to take out for the wiring connector. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of underneath the car. Because of the location, I can't really show under the car, so I just wanted to show you here just so you kind of understand how that comes apart. Okay, once you've got all the electrical connectors disconnected and everything, you have 3 13mm bolts you're gonna need to take out. Can't really show me taking them out, but I can show you where they're at. You have 2 here all the way on the passenger side on the side. You have 1 here on the bottom next to the oil pan. That one is right here. I was able to just use a ratchet and a socket on the bottom 2. I was able to break them loose. The top one I had some trouble breaking loose. And there's really not enough space. There's really not much space to get a ratchet in here. I tried breaking it loose from up top. Couldn't get it. I actually ran a ratchet and a bunch of extensions, and I ran it all the way out over the top of the rack and pinion, all the way out to the front where like all the belts are on the engine. And I tried using a ratchet on that, and I still couldn't get it. I actually ended up having to use an impact to break that loose. I wouldn't advise doing that. I don't know why this one was on so tight, but it was. I did get that broken loose though, so I'm just gonna thread all 3 of these out, and then we're gonna take the starter off. Really, all I can do is show you the location of them. I can't really show me taking the starter off just because the space is so tight, but hopefully this is helpful. And then just real quickly, as I'm getting ready to install the new starter, before I go ahead and get the actual installed, I'm just going to look in here and I'm just going to inspect the flex plate. You just want to make sure there's no damage to that or anything like that. And if there is any damage, you obviously want to keep that in mind and possibly look into some repair there, but this one here looks okay. So I'm going to get the new starter put in and I'm going to try it out and make sure it works. Okay, so I went ahead and I got the old starter pulled out here. Just going to make sure compared to the new starter, which I have right here, make sure that the gears are all the same and everything like that. And then once you verified that, I'm just going to go and get the new one put in. It's just going to be a matter of lining everything up, make sure it's in the same orientation as you took it out. Put all 3 of the 13mm bolts back in, and then hook up the electrical connectors, reconnect the battery, and then see if it starts up good. The one thing I will advise that you do before you install this is take this nut off of here for the electrical line. So then that way when you put it in, you won't have to worry about trying to unthread this while it's installed in the car. So I'm just going to pull that off of there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that installed.